I recently noticed that some people claim that you should rather use the 20% or 30% buff of your tent buff instead of the 50% buff for some spots because you're not making enough money to justify the 50%. I want to explain to you exactly why you should never buy the 20 or 10% or 30% buff, but you should always either buy the 50% buff or no tent buff at all. To understand, I should first explain to you how you calculate your own profit with and without each tent buff. Since tent buff doesn't actually affect any of the trash loot drops, you start by taking the average profit per hour at the spot you're trying to test. For that you can use sites like Garmuff and just scale it up to the trash per hour you are getting. Then you subtract the value of the trash loot. For my example, I'm just gonna go with the average for Star's End on Garmuff, which is around 244 million on a blue loot scroll with 4.5k trash loot. The total value of the trash loot is 70.5 million, so you divide the 70.5 million from the 244 million and you come to 173 million. That's the value of all the rare drops you are getting on average per hour. Now you need to divide this value by the total drop rate you have applied. In my example, I'm just gonna assume that you only use Loot Scroll and Karma Blessing. So your total drop rate would be 100% base rate, which is always applied, then 100% of the blue loot scroll, and another 20% from Karma. This comes out to a total of 220%, so we divide by 2.2. What we have now is the value of what you would expect to get in rare drops without any extra buffs. To calculate how much profit your tent buff now is actually getting you, you multiply the base value times your bonus of your tent buff. So that would be 78.7 times 0.5 equals roughly 39. That means you would pay 50 million to get back 39. So it's pretty easy to see now that as long as your base value is above 100 million, you should always use a 50% tent buff. To visualize this, I made a little graph. The x-axis is the profit per hour and the y-axis is how much money you will make or lose by using each tent buff.